just started yesterday, but they couldn't send any of the forms in because the satellite truck hadn't been. They're having some issues with this brand new satellite truck. So the other place they were in another town, and they had set up showers. And I thought, that's really nice. That is. Except the showers weren't for the people. The showers for the no, seriously. The showers were for the volunteers, because they're sleeping on cots and things like that, and they need to get up and have a shower. So the people couldn't use the showers, but the volunteers could use the showers. Okay. And when the truck arrived to set up the showers, there were some paper pushers there, and they saw that some just volunteer special forces, guys who were just used to be in special forces, they set up a little medical tent. We had been flying in medicine like not ivermectin, insulin and things. People need to have their insulin. We set that up, and these guys were running this medical tent, and the guys from FEMA come in, and this woman comes over, and she says, "What are you doing here?" And guy says, "We're providing medical care and clinic. We have insulin and things that people need. May I see your license?"
Oh my gosh.
We don't have a license. And she said, "Well, then you're not going to be doing this." And he said, "You're right. We're not going to be doing this because you're leaving and I'm getting back to work." And she looked at him like, "What the heck are you saying to me?" And he said, "We've been here for 7 days. You just arrived. So we're going to continue to provide life-saving medication, and you can go away." And she did.
Wow.
She did. I mean,
good.
We had to airlift this 85-year-old woman. Her story is just so tragic. She's out in the middle of the hills. I mean, it is spectacularly beautiful there and very tragic. And we're picking her up, and as we're putting her into the helicopter, she's saying, "That damn Biden, she is, where the hell is the federal government?" And I said to her son, I said, "Hey, tell everybody there are millions of Americans who are praying for you, thinking about you, and would love to be here to help, but they're sending help. You guys aren't alone." And he looked at me, he said, "That's very nice. Now I want you to tell everybody you talk to." And I said, "Okay." He said, "You tell them that even if everyone has forgotten about us, we're capable of taking care of our own damn selves."
Good.
And I almost broke out in the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
I mean,
no doubt.
Yankee Doodle Dandy came to mind.
Yeah.
These guys are great. The people are I'd live there in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I'd live there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
how do people, mercury1.org, obviously.
Yeah. We're trying to raise money. They need refrigerators to keep food, like nothing. So generators, refrigerators, they need boots for their firefighters. Like everything is gone.
I would think water's a big deal.
Lots of water is already there, but we're still shipping more, but there's a lot of water. One of the churches is drilling. I don't know if they have a permit or not, but they're drilling for water on their own property to get water.
Wow.
These people they're just doing it. Wow. I saw houses that washed down the road and were upside down.
Oh, man.
I saw, we went into this one neighborhood, and it's the creek is right behind, which became a massive river.
Raging river, yeah.
And there was this one house that seemed kind of okay. The water line was up by the door, halfway up the door, but it was okay. And all of these trailers, these, mobile homes, were all pushed up on one side of it. And they said, "You see these mobile homes? Yeah. Those were from about a mile up the street,
Up the road a
and see
piece.
the house right behind. And there was a house that had been a house. I mean, like a house that was pushed up right behind the other house. And he said, "We're not sure where that one's from. We think that one is from 2 towns up the river."
My gosh.
It was like,
That's amazing.
saw tractor
Jeez.
trailers upside down that
that's
had been pushed off the side, like, 200 feet off the side of the road. Railroad tracks where, I mean, those things are pretty sturdy, where all of the rocks underneath had been eroded. And so the railroad tracks were just kind of hanging by themselves, just like there was no support on it. Everything is going to have to be redone there.
Jeez. That's going to take some time.
Problem
A lot of
is, this is something else that we're going to be raising money for. You go up into the mountains and it's cold, and there's a lot of people that live up there.
Yeah.
And it is Andy Griffith, territory. And they're living up in the mountains. Well, they have no electricity, no heat, and it's going to start getting cold in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to need space heaters and generators.
What was the weather like yesterday? Was it hot?
That was 75,
Oh,
probably.
that's not
it was
bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
good.
bad. Humid.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the people, the people were salt of the earth. And you know who's really running things? Former members of the military. Coming in from all over the country that are just like, you know what? I know how to help.
That's what they did.
That's what they did. It was God's army. They were all just like, I couldn't not be here. I knew this thing was going to be a crap show.
Right.
And so I just got in my car and I drove. And the former, special forces guys, they're running it. And they have no problem telling, the federal government, yeah,
Or anyone.
we're okay.
Or anyone.
Or
No,
anyone.